Today I want to show you how you hopefully get to use up some of your scrap yarn and get a beautiful and unique little bag out of it. And this is a knot bag, so you crochet it so you can wear this on your wrist and you have your hands free to do whatever. This is a very simple bag. I will show you exactly how to do it from the start to finish. You'll just create the base of the bag and then the straps, and then push the big strap into the small strap, and then you have the bag. You can do this bag only by following this tutorial, but if you prefer to follow a written pattern, I will of course leave a link for that below. So let's begin. First, I want to talk a little about the materials. For this, I have used a fine weight on 100% cotton yarn, and then I put it double. And you don't need to have two skeins of yarn to put them double. I just take the thread from the inside and from the outside and put them together. But when you have scrap yarn, you always have small pieces, and then it's easy to just find the two ends and put them double. You can do it in thicker yarn as well. Just make sure it fits with a foam limiter crochet hook. But I will show you how to do it in a fine weight and put this double. So you can use a DK weight instead, where you don't put it double. I've used around 100 grams in total for this bag. Then I've used a foam limiter crochet hook and some scissors, one tapestry needle, and then a few stitch markers. So first I want to show you how I connect the scrap yarn. So when you have two pieces of scraps, you will now take the one end and put on top of the other, and then you will tie a little knot up here. And then you'll do the same thing with the other one. Just use this one and tie a little knot around the other. Like so. And then with the magic knot, you will now let the magic happen. You will pull these two away from each other, and you can see the knots getting closer to each other. And then you'll just pull as tight as you can, and then these two are connected. Then cut all the excess yarn away as close to the knot as possible without cutting into the knot. And then the yarns are connected. And then you can roll the yarn up on your big scrap yarn ball, and then you are ready to crochet when you have enough yarn. So we now have our huge ball of yarn, and I measured it, and there is enough to make this bag. So we begin with a chain, and we will chain 30. So just yarn over, pull through 30 times. And 30. Now we skip the first one and work a single crochet in the second chain. So insert the hook and single crochet. Work one single crochet in each chain all the way across. We made 30 chains and we skipped the first one, so you should have 29 single crochet when you're all the way across. In the final chain though, I will work 3 single crochet in the same chain. So first I will place a stitch marker in this one. I don't have any stitch markers with me right now. I'm on vacation. So I will insert a black piece of yarn instead. So I will remember it by that. And then work 3 single crochet in this final chain. So 1, 2, and 3. And when we work these 3 chains, we now worked our way on the back side of the chain. So now we will work a single crochet in each of the chains on the other side as well. So insert the hook in the first chain on the opposite side, work a single crochet, and then I will insert a stitch marker in this as well. So again, I will use some black yarn as a stitch marker. And then 1 single crochet in each chain all the way to the other end again. When we're all the way across, I will now insert a stitch marker in the final stitch just before I'm working the very end of this. So a stitch marker, and then in the final stitch I will work 3 single crochet in the same stitch. So 1, 2, and 3. So now we worked our way around the end right here, and we will now work 1 single crochet in the next stitch. So insert the hook, work a single crochet, and then insert a stitch marker right here. And then 1 single crochet in each stitch all the way to the other end. When we make it all the way to the first stitch marker, we will take this one out, and then we will work 1 single crochet in the stitch where the stitch marker was. And then you have 3 stitches down here before the next stitch marker. In each of these 3 stitches we will work 2 single crochet. So in the first stitch you'll work 2 single crochet, so 1, insert in the same stitch and work another single crochet, and in the next stitch as well 2 single crochet in the same stitch, and then in the final stitch before the stitch marker we will work 2 single crochet in the same stitch. And then we take out the stitch marker, just throw it away, we won't need it anymore. And then we work 1 single crochet in each stitch all the way to the other stitch marker. We repeat the same thing. We pick out the stitch marker and then you do 1 single crochet in this stitch where the stitch marker was, and then in the other 3 stitches we will work 2 single crochet in each stitch. So 1 increase in each stitch, which is 2 single crochet in the same stitch. So that was 1. Then the next one, 2 single crochet in the same stitch. That's 1, 2, and in this next one, 1, 2, and then we pick out this final stitch marker and work 1 single crochet in this stitch. So now the bottom of the bag is complete. We now have the size of the bottom, and we will just be working around in spirals from now on up the sides of the bag. So you just continue working 1 single crochet in each stitch in spirals while you are working the sides of the bag until you like the height of your bag. So 1 single crochet in spirals. Continue working around in spirals until you have 16 centimeters. Then we will begin the straps. So now you turn and make sure you are on the edge of your work. And then you do 10 single crochet. Just continue like always. Don't cut the yarn, just work 10 single crochet. When you have 10, you chain 1, and then you turn, and then skip your turning chain, excuse me, and then work a single crochet in the next. Skip turning chain, single crochet in the next, and then work 1 single crochet in each stitch until you have the 10 single crochets. So now that's 3. And 10. Then you chain 1 and turn the work again.
And then you skip your turning chain and work a single crochet in the next. And then you work your way back and forth for 12 centimeters. So keep working one single crochet in each stitch until you have a strap that measures 12 centimeters. When the strap measures 12 centimeters, you can now cut the yarn. Leave a bit for sewing. Make sure it fits on the little knots you made with the scrap yarn, and then pull this one through. So now you can leave this strap and begin the next strap. So now you count 10 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And right here, you will attach the yarn, tie a little knot so it stays, and then insert the hook, pull up a loop, chain 1, and then work 10 single crochet right here. And then work your way back and forth, just like over here, chain 1 when you make it to the edge, turn, and work back and forth until you have a strap that measures 30 centimeters. So this one was 12 centimeters. Now you work 10 stitches back and forth until you have 30 centimeters.
So now when you have both straps all done, you will now attach the straps to the base of the bag. So you take the first strap and fold it like this, and then thread your tapestry needle and sew it on the base. And after that you will do the same thing with the small strap. Just fold it and sew it on the base. And when I sew it, I just do a simple stitch all the way across. Just like so. All the way to the other end. After that, you weave in the end and sew this as well. And when both straps are attached, we have our own little unique bag of scrap yarn. Then you'll take the long strap and put into this small one. Just push it in, and then it creates this little knot. And then you can put it on your wrist, and you have your hand free to do whatever. So I hope you found this tutorial easy to follow. If you did, please press thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I hope to see you again soon. Bye!